to the good stuff. I'm at 7% life in my hands. All right, we're getting there right now. The Elimination Chamber match itself, from bell to bell, I thought was pretty good. I didn't think it was bad. The ending surprised me, where Seth curb stomped, and I noticed this almost immediately, that John Cena, most of the time, would be surprised. Right? There would at least be some hesitation. Mm-hmm. There was no hesitation. So Seth hit him. John saw it and yanked him into the ring and put him right in the STF. Right? Yes. And I was like, oh shit, John Cena took advantage of that one. I was kind of taken back by that. Then he's celebrating in the ring, and then Cody's music hits, and I'm like, all right, here comes Cody Rhodes. This is the moment now. Rock's going to tell him, either you join me or you're fucked, kind of, right?
Yeah.
But I'm noticing John Cena is still in the ring. After Cody gets in the ring, they have their little exchange. Then Rock's music hits, of course, what I am currently referring to as the new Dennis Rodman. Travis Scott comes walking out.
You want the photo?
Through the entrance. Oh, you can put up in 2 seconds. We're getting right there right now, babe, right? And now you slept through all of this?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So now, as it's happening, I say to my wife, like, does The Rock comes out and he's in? Now, can we both agree to this, that The Rock's outfits are reminiscent of Elvis Presley? Is that what
and the honky tonk man? Yeah. Okay, that would be making The Rock cool, cocky, and bad, folks.
Yeah, for real. Because my wife was like, what the fuck is he wearing? Why is his pants like that? And I was like, well, this is his Elvis face. I think he's edited his Elvis face, right? So he comes out with Travis Scott. They come to the ring. The Rock does his thing. Cody Rhodes, I am now going to extend my arms out. And if you hug them, I will give you everything you've ever wanted. If not, The Rock says the dream dies. Okay. Right? And he sits there and does Cody's great delivery of everything, where he's like, I've sold my soul to these people a long time ago, and then go fuck yourself, Rock, was pretty fucking awesome. That place exploded. You see John Cena doing the, oh my God, he said fuck, right? So that was good. And then I noticed it almost immediately. Cody Rhodes gave John Cena two Iggy's. Obviously, wrestlers, right? He looked at him like this twice. And then on the third time, was like, yeah, WrestleMania, me and you wrestle. And then he came in. But when John Cena was hovering around Travis Scott, I said to my wife, I think we're going to see a John Cena heel turn. I was like, this feels, and maybe you'll test this when you watch it back, obviously. That felt very WCW, Hogan coming out, and then you hear Heenan, whose side is he on? And you're like, oh fuck, I think this is happening. It was and it's been a very long time since this happened to us, Malik, obviously, because we've been ingrained in this shit for decades at this point now. It felt like a mark moment. Like you could feel it happening. And you were like, am I about to see what I think I'm about to see? It was like when the Undertaker lost to Brock, and you were just like, did they actually pull the trigger just now? Did they actually just do that? And then when Cena kicked him in the nuts, and of course now you can bring it up, he goes to give Cody Rhodes a pound because he said fuck off Rock, and he hugs him. And as soon as he hugged him and he gave fucking Rock that deadpan look, I was like, oh shit. I was like, they're gonna turn this motherfucker. And he kicked Cody in the nuts, and then proceeded to beat the shit out of Cody Rhodes. Dude, that fucking Can we just tip our caps to Cena, because now he has become another meme? Remember the one from Money in the Bank? He's like, oh, so happy. And that this will be a meme for years to come. Dude, how did you feel when you woke up and saw that shit? And
when I woke up, I was like, all right, what the hell's going on? Cena has snapped. When I saw him, he had the watch around his fist. And Michael Cole was like, it was brass knucks. Even in my half awake, I'm like, those are not brass knucks, bro. That's a watch. And he just pounding away. And I was just like, what the fuck did I miss? How did he win? How are we here? Like that was all the thing I was wondering.
Yeah. Dude, stiff shots. with the belt. Was I the only one who actually heard the belt ping off Cody's head twice? And when
I felt like I heard at least one of those.
Dude,
but before we even get to the belt whipping, Travis Scott, do you know how to take instructions at all?
Absolutely. Travis Scott with the stiff.
Why is it that when they were trying to lay him down on his chest and stomach for The Rock to beat him down with the belt, this guy pushes his body and bridges it up? What were you thinking?
I think at one point John Cena gave this exact look to Travis Scott.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, when he reaches over and he grabs Cody by the back and pushes him down, he's like, "Fuck it, stop being a dick." And then he smacked the shit out of Cody. I mean, they made that look as legit as possible. It literally sucked the air out of the building.
Yeah.
It was, I mean.
Cody's eyes fucked because of Travis Scott. I know it has to be.
Dude, his whole face was bright red.
Yeah, look.
Yes.
Travis Scott, the stiff slap. I didn't notice that till the replays. Yes, Talib, dude, it was fucking crazy.
The audience that were there that have a good, clean shot of it, like we're just bam, right in bleeding to his I think his right eye. I was just like, no.
Now, would you agree with me? Like, I understand that he put Dusty Rhodes' death on the belt that said Cody's soul.
Yeah, that was a little bizarre.
That was a little bizarre because don't you think today that
because I'm sorry to cut you off, because when he said, "And the dream dies again," and I was just like, "Wait, whoa, why?"
That's what I'm saying. I didn't understand that. I wasn't understanding that because I felt like it should have said March 1st, 2025, because that's the day you're going to give me your soul. And then he smears his blood on it, and I just felt like that was weird. That whole Dusty Rhodes addition to it, I don't think it needed it. Do you?
No, it didn't.
No,
it didn't.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off. But like I said, this was done almost. Couldn't have been more executed nice. I think the only thing you could have made it more perfect was just the subtraction of Travis Scott because he kind of fucked things up in terms of not taking the direction the way he should have. But I thought it wasn't great.
If you didn't have somebody like a John Cena there, it could have been screwed up.
Yeah, I agree. Now, here's my question to you. Do we now we heard the interview on Chris Van Vliet that now has gone viral since it's gone, talking about how he already has, I got the thing there, yeah, babe, don't worry. He already has the theme song, he's already got the gear. So are we going to see that now? Is this official now, John Cena? Because I'm starting to think in my head, you're not going to see John Cena in jean shorts and t-shirts no more. He's going to be in the suit when he comes out with the Rock to Cut promos. Like he's going to be real. I mean, this is official heel John Cena.
Hollywood Cena, as we had stated.
Hollywood Cena. Now I said this in a room on a live stream yesterday because they talked about this briefly, and I said, Hulk Hogan went Hollywood right around the same age, and it revitalized his career. Now I know Cena has said to everybody, "This is it, I'm done." But could he been pulling the wool over everybody's eyes and saying that at this point,
maybe his old self?
This version, thank you very much. This version of John Cena is dead. This new version, who knows what he's got? Now I'm not saying John Cena's going to come back and last the test of time and go for until he's 55, 60. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if this develops something like this is going to be compelling television until December, until he's supposed to retire. Right? I mean,
isn't that how they guaranteed all the views now?
They've secured his, like, you wanting to tune in to watch John Cena. They fucking this is a renaissance in his career, and it's the last year of his career. Everyone's watching Raw tonight, 100% rough shot. I mean, what do you think right now? I mean, this could be if he wanted to. I'm not saying he's going to because he's got a career on his. But if he wanted to, he could Hollywood Hogan this shit for another 3 years if he wanted to. I expected after he won the Chamber, and even when it happened, I couldn't believe they did it. So Pun is still shocked.
First of all, it's a very big deal. It wasn't something that you think would happen with the amount of days, months, weeks, years that it all has been. You're like, it's finally happened. You never got that out of
7,786 days he's been a babyface.
I guess Ricky Steamboat is the only true babyface we have these days.
Actually, I got my mom who never watched wrestling start watching again since Raw's first episode on Netflix. Her and I watched a lot, and her reaction was priceless. Anybody who was I was watching those fucking silly reaction videos, and I was watching all these guys, all these marks who grew up to John Cena, and they were
not
kids.
only that, it's people who know them as actors.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he turned heel." They were like shocked. It was like, but me and the wrestler in me watching all those little kids' hearts just shatter in a million pieces. I was like, this is more. This is just as important to Cena as the Make-A-Wish stuff, because it means that he solidified what he needed to solidify for WrestleMania. Now, like anybody who thought Cody Rhodes was getting stale, I don't think so anymore, because now he's got something very interesting here with John Cena going into WrestleMania, and possibly if John Cena wins, now he's got to chase again.
I have a question in the chat that also I have the same question.
Yes, guys, bring it up. What was with Travis Scott and the incense and voodoo hand gestures? Was he
the stage?
The stage, yeah. He was basically because it was about Cody's soul.
Yeah, this is about his dad.
So he was saging Cody's soul because he didn't give it to The Rock. So now The Rock essentially is going to destroy it. The Rock annoys me at first when he first started doing this kind of weird shit with Cody. He drinks Terramana and then all this weird stuff. But this final boss gimmick now is starting to really cook for me. I'm starting to take it now. I'm like, holy shit! Like now he's got John Cena. Like that was such a cool. That was a Vince McMahon moment, right? Can we agree about that? Like that was such a moment where you were like, "Fuck, man, that is why I love pro wrestling." A moment like that, but that will stand, that will be burned in people's heads, just like we knew exactly where we were when we saw Hogan drop the leg on Savage at WCW and became the third man. I know exactly where I was when Austin shook off Vince's hand after all those years.
At least that one's only memorable in such a negative light.
Yes, but I remember it. Yeah, but I remember it.
It's still a shock too, because you're like, you didn't think that was going to go down.
Exactly. I even remember the day Seth Rollins hit Roman and Moxley in the back. It wasn't really important to me because I didn't care about those type of wrestlers, because at that point all my favorites were gone. But I remember where I was, and I loved the backstabbing of it. The heel turn, those kinds of heel turns will stand the test of time. This one might be the greatest heel turn of all time to me. What say you?
Wait, you see that?
It ends with The Rock versus Cena in the ring.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, it's already complicated with the fact that Rock already stated, like, this thing between Cody and I doesn't need to end with he and I wrestling. And I was just like, thank you for telling us you're probably just not going to do it at all.
He's not wrestling. No, Cody, The Rock is done. I think Cena is genuinely done after December. I don't think he's coming back. And I think what will happen is this next year, or this rest of this year, will be the battle for John Cena's soul. And it's going to be your Cody, your Randy Ortons, your CM Punks, who have all been involved with John Cena, battling to save his soul. And this just solidified. Like, a lot of people are trying to make this a thing. The Rock did this, and now he did this. Now what does one mean? It means nothing. As somebody said yesterday, it means Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is going to join them. Why would Roman join them? It makes no sense. Roman will not join. If anything, Roman will fight, but Roman will not join. Yeah, Roman was not going to. He's not going to join them. I don't see them now. I saw an interview, and I don't know if you saw this, but Stone Cold Steve Austin said if they need him for WrestleMania, he'll be there. So now, I mean, can you see any more of a perfect person to help Cody Rhodes fight a corporate Cena and a final boss Rock than the Texas Rattlesnake, who knows the Rock probably better than anybody else?
Yeah.
It ends in Boston with Cena versus Orton. That, to me, makes the most sense.
I mean, it would be a cool storybook ending, but that's the thing. If it's not to have it as one last rematch with one of your rivals, it's got to be about making somebody new they see as the future.
It's going to be like Return of the Jedi. Somebody's going to get their ass beat, and Cena will see the error of his ways. It's going to be something along those lines, but I think it's going to wind up happening where somebody's going to finally get through to him. Who it's going to be, no one knows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and don't be surprised if you see a Kurt Angle appearance between now and December, because that was the first guy. You have to understand something. What I'm very impressed with this whole shit is John Cena started his career in ruthless aggression, and I think he's going to go out in ruthless aggression. So it's going to be how he started, how he wants to finish. It's going to be a complete full circle moment for John Cena.
Mm.
But listen, don't be surprised if a heel John Cena taking the TNA championship from Joe Hendry wouldn't shock me. Imagine if he does 18 before he leaves, so he wins WWF and then he wins TNA. So now he's the 18-time champion. And just when you think he's not going to go away, they vanquish him. Maybe in his head, the way to go out is to go out on his back, to go out as a bad guy. What do you say, bro?
If Cena were to turn around and go to TNA, I think they would only give him the title just to be like, all right, his name was here on the list. Other people.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And that will sell tickets wherever it happens, or it'll put a giant spotlight on TNA for sure.
But I definitely don't see Cena going out winning his last match.
He can't.
He doesn't need to.
No. I think it's one of those things where he probably loses and then comes to his senses. What do you think? What he does? Do you think he comes to his senses and goes out as a babyface, or do you think this stays all the way till December and he goes out as a heel?
I feel like at some point he's going to turn back into a babyface.
It has to.
Disappointing The Rock is going to be something that becomes a thing.
Yeah, breaking his heart, if as The Rock says, Cody Rhodes, you broke my heart. Right?
All right.
This final boss, like slow, methodical Rock shit, is so funny to me.
So the big story is obviously that one. I'm curious to know what you think was a bigger story: Randy Orton's return going after Kevin Owens, or the Jade Cargill shock and attack Naomi?
Jade Cargill's, because that to me was fresh. Randy Orton, I forgot Kevin Owens took him out. So when Randy Orton came back again, I was like, why is he? Oh, that's right. He took him out. Like, it was one of those. And I just didn't like how they brought Randy Orton back. But I think it's because Triple H knew. Hey, what's up, Felix? I think that Triple H was like, well, I can't turn Bianca heel now because I have this big fucking bomb that we're going to drop at the end of the pay-per-view. And Randy Orton is coming back. So, like, the only thing I got from yesterday was anybody who said that the road to WrestleMania was kind of boring so far, you're going to eat your words now for the next couple, because this is what they were waiting for. This was the bombshell they were waiting to drop at Elimination Chamber. And they did 3 of them. They did the return of Jade Cargill, the return of Randy Orton, and, I mean, the bomb of all bombs, John Cena going fucking full-on heel. So the road to WrestleMania literally now is in overdrive. Like now they went from 0 to 60 in a matter of seconds. So to me, it was all good, but it all got overshadowed by the end. It didn't matter. You could have saved Orton until today. You know what I'm saying? Because everything got overshadowed by what happened at the very end. I saw Ric Flair on IG saying he's going to hop the rail and fight. Okay. Ric Flair's going to have a heart attack by the time he gets over the fucking guardrail. Enough with that bullshit, all right? Okay. He's at his house drinking his Woo energy drink going, oh, I know how to get in back on top. It's over. Rick, it's over. Have Jade cost Belair the title night of Mania and have Jade. Okay, you can do that. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, at some point, it's going to go, hey, Virgo, cool, how you doing, man? What's up? I say hello to the Macho Man. I do a Dynamite Macho Man impersonation, apparently. Can't help it. But, yeah, man, so, but, hey, listen, I thought overall it was a great pay-per-view, and a lot of people said it was boring. I understand why they mean by it was boring in certain parts. Did put a lot of people to sleep.
Some stuff dragged.
Yeah.
Longer than it needed to be. Like that video package with The Rock, I was just like, wait, why? Why? We didn't need it.
Yeah, he makes me laugh now because I'm trying to get a good Rock impersonation, So now when he comes out, he starts talking, he gets me every time because he says people's full names. Cody Rhodes, right? And he points like this with the 2 hands. And, Cody Rhodes, you are now going to give The Rock your soul. I am going to extend my arms out, and you will hug me. And I will give you everything you've ever wanted. The Rock has it all, and he can give it to you now, Cody Rhodes. You will embrace me. If not,
ridiculous.
The dream will die. Again. Right? I mean, that was dead on. The Rock says, yeah, exactly. That's how I'm going to say Cody Rhodes' name from now on, by the way. Cody Rhodes. Oh my god, the fucking Rock, dude.
Huh.
Like John Cena at the press conference, dropping the mic, and I'm out. Break over, dude. That was pretty good too at the end. You said he wasn't even going to come out. Were you surprised that he even came out and dropped the mic, and then the Rock?
I was a little surprised
because I was shocked that the Rock came out with the Terramana and sat and actually answered questions and shit.
I was just like, this. That was another thing that went so long too.
The press conference, yeah.
The press conference. Triple H was still there talking. I was like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah.
I checked out.
They're doing a little too long, these press conferences. A little too long, if you ask me.
Because when I replayed, I think they cut out whatever commercials that they may have had on Peacock or whatever. And I was just like, the show is like 3 hours and 20 minutes, apparently.
Travis Scott has no charisma. I don't understand
boy.
people's obsession with him. Well, he's got the Sage. He had the hardcore championship with him for some reason.
That's an ugly hardcore championship.
Is he a singer?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Oh.
He's currently training to be a wrestler.
What?
So be prepared for the Rodzilla, Hollywood Cena, Jay Leno's got John Cena in a chin lock moment. I don't know who that's going to be. It's probably going to be Cody Rhodes. And now here's the thing for me, buddy. I don't know if you might agree with this, but Cody Rhodes and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Travis Scott and John Cena. I would sign up for that at SummerSlam. I would watch that at SummerSlam. Would you?
Travis Scott's get fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Messing around.
I would fucking sign up for that in a heartbeat, dude.
Oh my! I don't know.
But just be prepared for that, pun. So be prepared for no charisma in the ring, and also can't take simple instructions from two goddamn bona fide legend Hall of Famers in John Cena and The Rock. How is he going to take instructions when he wrestles like a Seth Rollins or a Cody Rhodes? That's what I'm worried about. Because he couldn't take simple instructions from a segment. How is he going to take instructions?
What? Stretch him? Like,
yeah. I mean, he really fucked that shit up. But anyway, speaking of fucking shit up, Malik, let's talk about.
Wait, look.
Cody and Bad Bunny versus Cena and Scott. I wouldn't be surprised neither, pun. That's it. At least Bad Bunny's not terrible.
No.
Bad Bunny